We will begin our meeting with public comment, and we are going to start with Mr. George Blakemore.
I can't believe it's starting 30 minutes late. The Human Rights Commission. And I only see one black person on that committee present. And I see two wannabe whites on the committee, called themselves Latinos. Anyway, Human Relation Commission. What is human relation? How can people get along with each other? Their relationship with each other. Is it a wholesome relationship or is it hostile? It's hostile here in the city of Chicago because they have brought illegal people in to compete for jobs, goods, contracts, and service with black people. And they're moving them into our neighborhood. And they're competing over at County Hospital. And they coming under the name of sanctuary. Now, if I have a long history with the Human Rights Commission, over 40 years. I have a long history. I'm an expert in this. I filed many complaints with the state human rights, the city human rights, the county human rights. But I'm black. I'm black, and other people come in and have the audacity, if you gay or whatever, and go to a work staff, financial status, housing, all covered by the Human Rights Commission. But when you black, you at the bottom of the social economic. You get nothing. Illegals can come over and not even and be a Chicago police and not even a citizen. They can go come to the state or the city and say, I'm being discrimination on my job. And you're not even a citizen. But when I file a complaint, they say, what is your complaint with the commission? Race. I'm black. And weeks later, you would say, I will get a letter, say they found no fault, no guilt. And that my complaint means nothing. It means nothing when you're black. In the city of Chicago with this Democratic mess. It's going for 30 minutes. Bam, bam, let me in. And you're going to have that audacity when I go over my. Oh, your time is up. You have succeeded. Your 3 minutes. You have succeeded.
Thank you, Mr. Blakemore. Our next speaker is Mr. Sims.
Black 8.
Hey, good afternoon, committee. So human rights, I have just after reading exactly what you all cover. So you all cover senior citizens. Hazel Sims was my mother. I'm still being dragged through court since 2021 where I was taken out of her home. She was disabled, unable to take care of herself. I was locked away for domestic violence, not given, what is it called, due process. That number is 21DV7011001, courtroom 401. I'm hoping that it'll be dismissed. The Fair Housing Act. So my HMIS number is 355061. I've been homeless since, July 2021. Workforce discrimination. I had an EEOC claim 44020220907. That claim was, well, I was told by the lead investigator, Seth Brown, that there was no finding of discrimination, all lies. And also family support. My child's name is Yasuke Roosevelt Sims. I have a domestic, over in domestic relations where I've been dragged for the last 2 years, 23D79597. These are all areas in which you all cover. Chairwoman, these are all areas you all cover. And these are all areas you all have heard me speaking on. I've come to this committee and every other committee to address these things, but still to no avail. So I've concluded that I'm not considered a human being here in the city of Chicago. And I'm supposing why. But Mr. Blakemore hit it right on the head. As a Black American, you're not viewed as a human being. You have no human rights, no civil rights or any rights. I'm concluding, unless you be a homosexual person, unless you're of Latin descent, unless you're an immigrant or all these different things, but not a naturalized citizen, not somebody who's been living in this country for 43 years. So I'm wondering why. Chairwoman, you got to pay attention, because it's disheartening and also frustrating to be ignored consistently. You wore a mask to the last meeting, but you've also canceled 2 other meetings. And I wanted to address this. So I got you at my disposal today. So help me out. Help me understand why I'm not treated as a human being, but everybody else is given their just due. Or why this nation of people is not treated in a human way, but everybody else is given their just due. Whether you be homosexual, immigrant, or just anybody else outside of this nation. Help me to understand that. You can be, look, you don't aspirate, because I'm frustrated. I'm more frustrated than you. I can't address you. I don't even know you, but I hear everybody tirade.
Thank you for your comments, Mr. Sims. The next speaker, I apologize, I don't understand the handwriting for the last name, Chanty Wadsworth.
So my name's Chanty Wadsworth. I am from Evanston, Illinois, and over the past few months, I've been doing a lot of work with states around the country to ban dangerous chemicals from cosmetics and cleaning products. Thank you for hearing from me today, first of all. It's no secret that the US is one of the industrialized world's unhealthiest countries. Our healthcare system, which should be one of the best in the world, is so inaccessible that it isn't uncommon for patients, no matter their condition, to be turned away because of a lack of insurance. This is a big problem that, despite my respect for the committee, will be difficult to solve in the city of Chicago alone. However, not everything about the US healthcare system requires big changes on the part of policymakers. After all, the US has the highest death rate among avoidable or treatable conditions in the industrialized world. One of the things that I respect most about the current city administration is its attempt to fix the root cause of many of Chicago's biggest issues. I believe that the same can be done here. Rather than spending loads of money on an already broken healthcare system, we can attack the products that cause some of America's worst conditions before they hit the shelves. This is made much easier when considering the fact that for years, the American government has taken the word of product manufacturers over policy that those manufacturers may consider to be overly cautious. As a result, some of the worst chemicals in America's products today aren't even included on our labels. A product's fragrance, for instance, is considered an international trade secret, meaning it can't even be interpreted in the public eye or even approved by the FDA. As a result, companies can put whatever they want into the fragrances of their products. This means that many of America's favorite products include significant amounts of endocrine disruptors, carcinogens, and other dangerous toxins. And many of us don't even know. I can't stress enough how important this issue is to me. I've watched as countless members of my family fall into cancer and other preventable conditions. Lessening the chance that anyone has to deal with this terrible condition and the many like it is something that I firmly believe we should dedicate ourselves to. I'll end by saying that it's time that we stop taking companies at their word. It's time we stop endangering the lives of ourselves, our children, and our family members. What I'm trying to say is that we need to stop doing what's easy and begin to do the work to protect Americans from the dangerous chemicals that we use every day. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Our next speaker is Ms. Jessica Jackson. Go ahead, Ms. Jackson.
If Rosa could please stop talking, if them two could please stop talking, Please, can you tell them to please stop talking?
Go ahead, Ms. Jackson. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm here. Okay, you know what? I'm going to forget this because they can't seem to stop talking. And clearly there's no rules anymore because Rosa broke the rules when he cheated the whole city out of being able to vote for Sanctuary City. And ever since then, City Hall has been on a quick spiral downfall. And we've been getting harassed because we witnessed him cheat the whole city because we were here. So because we witnessed that, that's how come we get harassed about coming into public speaking. Now, he gets to sit there. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen, especially when this is supposed to be about humanitarian and human rights, and he's to be so blatantly disrespectful to citizens, and he won't stop. So I have something that I needed to talk to you about a hate crime for Black people because our property being stolen. And see, when you all get upset because somebody says something that you all don't like or agree with, you get up and walk out, walk away. But you're supposed to be all the people. Everybody doesn't have to agree with you. What we have to do is exercise our rights and be within 3 minutes. That's what we have to do. We don't have to agree with you. And if we don't agree with you, you all get up and walk out. All the way to the point where the other day, when I addressed you, see how disrespectful you being right now? And then in order to get any money that you want to subsidize any idea that you have, you're going to take Black statistics to do it. You're going to have Black this, Black that, Black this, Black that. But when Black people come and talk to you about our issues, the ones that you throw up on that board, and that all y'all get paid off of, the white aldermen get paid off of it. The Hispanic aldermen get paid off of it. The Black aldermen get paid off of it. But yet when we come and talk about our issues, it offends y'all. It upsets you. It rubs you the wrong way. So I'm going to go sit right there in my seat. And as an alder person, I'm asking you to come and talk to me about this hate crime that I'm trying to do, because I'm not going to deal with a rude, incompetent Rosa sitting there being rude and disrespectful to me at 61 years old. Got that?
Thank you for your comments. Next speaker is Doris Lewis.
That nut has destroyed City Hall.
Ms. Lewis, I need silence to continue with public comment. Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Lewis.
What is happening in Chicago, particularly to the Black community, is a human rights violation. It's a hate crime. I have been in and out of this body. I have listened. I have watched. I've seen you vote on over $400 million for illegal immigrants from around the world to the detriment of the Black community. I have in my hand a contract. I have in my hand a contract.
Excuse me, I need silence in order to be able to listen to public comment. If you don't remain quiet, you will have to leave. Thank you.
Would you restore my minutes, please?
Please go ahead.
I have in my hand a contract with Black Chicago 2023. I and my girlfriend, Sister Erica Dunn, we put this contract together because we are seeing what you're doing in terms of voting for all of this money for illegal immigrants. This contract is about 15 governmental agencies in the city of Chicago: Chicago Board of Education, the Chicago Police Department, the Chicago Fire Department, housing, and on down the line. We make up 29% of this population, and we want to stop the carnage that's going on in the Black community. This illegal immigration is decimating the Black community. So we're saying in this contract that since we make up 29% of the population here, we want 29% of the jobs in each one of these departments: education, housing, police department, and firemen. I am a retired teacher and counselor with the Chicago Public School System. There are only 21% of Black teachers in this system. We want that population, that 29% to represent our population. Desmond Yancey, this contract was given to you. We met with you in Hyde Park in a hotel. You embraced this contract. You agreed with this contract. We told you we'd like for you to introduce it as an ordinance. You have not done anything, but you introduced an ordinance recognizing Haitian American Month. Haitians did not put you in office. 64% of the people in your ward are Black. 3% speak Spanish, or Spanish who speak the language Spanish. So we're looking forward to meeting with a select group of aldermen to sit down and talk with them and ask them to introduce this as an ordinance so that we can stop the carnage in our communities. You've had fairs, employment fairs for illegal immigrants, but you haven't done anything for young Black men in the city of Chicago. In some sections of the community, Black community, it's 50% unemployment. We talk about crime, where your legislations, your ordinances are contributing to this crime. It's engineered. So we have to stop it. We are looking forward to sitting down with you all to help us, help the Black community. They're taking our land. Everything is going on. So we look forward to working with these aldermen to support us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis.